So it has been late, but I was about to start with the topic of stress. What is stress in our life? Stress is accused of killing longevity. What is the meaning of longevity in your life? Longevity is something you live longer, and many people seem older than they are. Means sometimes you have seen that a 25-year-old lady are basically men. They seems to be older than that they look. So why this happens? Because of stress. Research into the causes of premature aging has shown that has stress has a lot to do with it, because the body wears down much faster during periods of crisis. The American Institute of Stress investigated this degenerative process and concluded that most health problems are caused by stress. Researchers at Heidelberg University Hospital conducted a study in which they subjected a young doctor to a job interview, which they made even more stressful by forcing him to solve complex math problems for 30 minutes. Afterwards, they took a blood sample. What they discovered was that his antibodies had reacted in the same manner as they react to the pathogens, activating the proteins that trigger an immune response. The problem is that the response not only neutralizes harmful agents, it also damages healthy cells, leading to age prematurely. So the basic reason for your age prematurely being looking so old, so you can say like the dark kind of, because we are so much stressed that it shows on our face. Means we need not to hide it. Even if we hide, the age is something which you can't hide it at all. The University of California conducted a similar study taking data and the samples from 39 women who had high level of stress due to the illness of one of their children, and comparing them to samples from women with healthy children and low level of stresses. They found that stress promotes cellular aging by weakening cell structure known as telomeres, which affects cellular regeneration and how our cells age. As the study revealed, the greater the stress, the greater the degenerative effect of the cells. So by this you may get that whatever is happening is because of your stress level, and stress level could not be. Basic question is, how does the stress work? Okay, so these days people live a frantic, you can say something pace in a frantic is something insane, mad pace, and in a nearly constant state of competition. Competition is not at the level of your studies, it is also at the level of job, where people are working, where they are competing to get the perks, incentive, bonus, and even to reach at the highest. These things also causes stress. At this fever pitch, stress is natural response of the information being received by the body as potentially dangerous or problematic. Theoretically, this is useful reaction as it helps us to survive in hostile surroundings. We human beings have been warriors for ages. If we don't have been fighting for our survival, then evolution must have not came. Over the course of our evolution, we have used this response to deal with difficult situations and to flee from predators. The alarm that goes off in our head makes our neurons activate the pituitary gland, which produces hormones that release corticotropin, which in turn circulates through the body via sympathetic nervous system. The adrenal gland is then triggered to release adrenaline and cortisol. Adrenaline raises our respiratory rate and pulse and prepares our muscle for reaction, getting the body react to perceive danger, while cortisol increases the release of dopamine and the blood glucose, which is what gets us charged up and allows us to face challenges. So I will just make you clear by the two different viewpoints of human evolution. So guys, there is a different point of views with cave dwellers and modern humans. that how they have reacted to environment and how we have changed ourselves for reacting in such a manner. Cave dwellers say were relaxed most of the time, and modern humans says work most of the time and are alert to any and all threats. Then cave dwellers said felt stress over in very specific situations, and then modern humans says are online awaiting for notification from the cell phones 24 hours a day. Then cave dweller says the threats were real, means the predator could end their lives at any moment. Okay, but modern human says the brain associates the ping of the cell phone or an email notification with the threat. Means for if we are getting a notification on our cell phones, it's a kind of threat from our predator. We feel that we react in similar manner as we have reacted ages ago. Cave dweller says high doses of cortisol and adrenaline at moments of danger keep the body healthier. Modern human says low doses of cortisol flow constantly through the body with implication for a range of health problems including adrenaline, fatigue and chronic fatigue syndrome. Means we feel that if we are being low involved in cortisol reaction, then we will be healthier than the times we were. Means things have not changed. Means as we have been reacting to surrounding, we are reacting in the same manner, but the technology has evolved, so the stress has regenerative effect over time. A sustained state of emergency affects the neurons associated with memory, as well as inhibiting the release of certain hormones, the absence of which can cause depression. Its secondary effects include irritability, insomnia, anxiety, and high blood pressure. When we are close to such diseases, when we are basically known to such diseases, then we feel it's like normal to have high BP in those days because of pollution. We blame global warming, we blame environment. We never blame our condition. We never blame our thinking. We just react to those things which are not in our control, and we don't respond to our inner foundations which are being in a certain body activity.